What it does, what is poppin', everybody? My name is Uncle C. Feezy.
My name is Notion Doggy Dog.
Nope.
And I am honestly, I need to practice this sometimes. Let me think. I'm gonna go with Dan. I'm Dan today.
Oh, nice, lovely. Yes, accurate.
Very simple.
I like it.
Yes.
Straightforward.
Yeah.
And welcome
Good,
to the
good.
first episode of Bad Habits of Podcast, episode 112 for 2023. We're in a motherfucking building. Let me hit the button. There it is. There we go. Why is this so fucking low? Alrighty. We here. It was good, guys. Fuck. 2023.
Mate, we're in person.
Yeah,
Isn't that
man.
weird?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for people listening. So Dan's in Montreal. Notion and I are in Toronto. I happen to be here. We're like, you know
Sitting
what?
on my motherfucking couch.
Yeah, we have tortoise. We have a puppy. You know, it's all guani.
Let's
we
go.
have
got
microwaves.
We got tea heating up.
Sorry, you know
God.
when you're in a one-bed apartment, you know how it
Things
be.
happen.
You know
I
how
feel
it
the
be.
vibes. Hey, man. Don't even sweat it.
Everything is kind of merged into one. You know.
Trust, if any, we're in a one-bedroom apartment. I just got out of one after 10 years. So, you know, we know the vibes. fam.
Yeah, the vibes.
So what's good with you cunts, man? I guess it's a whole new year. We took 2 weeks off, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
2 weeks off.
2, maybe 3, I
Yeah.
think, by the time it came through. Either way, break it down, like holidays, New Year's, updates,
We had,
whatever.
we had a jolly old Christmas, didn't we? With the kids were together. We're at your crib and we had a nice time. We emptied Santa's sack paws.
We drained him.
And we had lots of food. A couple cheeky beers.
We went to work on Santa. We did.
Dan went to work and took
Dan took
serviced
care of it.
Santa Claus as best he
Yeah.
could.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was cool. And then, mans did their respective New Year's things. What did you kids did something fancy for New Year's? Yeah, CPC?
Yeah, so Christmas was good. Super laid back. We just had all of us at the crib. And then, so that was, I guess, most of the time. Then we had a hectic one. So we had this planned for months and months. So we had 13 adults, 7 kids, and 2 dogs at a cottage or a chalet in Collingwood for New Year's Eve, which was great but exhausting just because there's so many. I don't know. I've never done that. I don't know if you
Dogs
guys have
and
done
babies?
that before.
And
Yeah.
lots of cunts.
Yeah, like there's so many cunts. Like
Yeah.
our friend's dog is a bit like he's a COVID dog, so he's like
Scared of people.
a little bit like cautious of people. So he like yaps, and then in the end he was only barking at me, and I don't understand why.
Oh, beef ting. That's a scrap on site.
Dead ass. Like
Oof.
I don't get it. Like I'm like Barrington was such a good boy except for eating everything on the floor, and there's kids, so they had like not Lego but like block type things. He had to pull them out of his mouth. We ended up like making a pile of all the things we pulled out of his mouth. It was so much.
Oh, God.
And he it was wild. Oh yeah, but I don't know why this dog doesn't fuck with me. I met the dog like 5 times before this, so I don't know why. It was just me every time I walked in the room, and then dudes would come up to me. I'm gonna fucking murder this dog, like because he just was like ruining the vibes. Whereas Barrington didn't make a sound; he's just being cute.
Dog was racist for sure.
Definitely racist. My friend,
Yeah.
apparently, men with glasses and hats can fuck with dogs because they don't recognize you. But I'm like,
That's true.
I have sunglasses on if I don't have my glasses on typically. And fucking.
Yeah, sometimes I don't recognize you.
Well, I get it. I guess.
I struggle.
But you don't bark at me.
Oh,
Dude.
but you'd like him to.
Well,
You would.
Maybe you should. Maybe you should start.
Next
But
time.
anyway, it was good. We just like hung out. They originally had like how it goes like, oh yeah, we'll do one day. The boys could all because it was mostly like my Tiffany's like friends and their partners. So like they would be like the girls would go do like a spa day, and then after
Get
they
their
take
nails
care,
done.
and then the guys go and do a brewery thing, and then no one could be fucked on anything. So
Circle jerk.
lots of circle jerking.
Yeah.
There's a lot of soggy biscuit. You know the vibes.
It's a
If
good game.
you know.
It's a good game.
But they just play. This shit I never do. Well, the first night we played charades.
Did you win?
Wow.
I think we were basically.
Did you play?
Did I play? Yeah.
Sweet.
So, but I think our team, everyone participated. Oh, I'll keep going. The things I did, you'd be like, "Are you serious? Why'd you do that?"
I want to hear the list.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Let's go.
So, like, charades was the first one, but they separated us. So it was like Tiff and all her friends on one team, and then all of us kind of on the other. And Tiff was like, "Whoa!" She's like, whenever they won, she just screamed like, "Talk to me nice, talk to him," like really aggressive. I was like, "Whoa, fam! Like you told me you were competitive, but Jesus Christ." So that was very funny.
That's great.
I think one time, like someone did on their team didn't get it, but they reckon that our team didn't explain the word. It was like Gattaca, the movie, and she kept going boom like a gat, like trying to do a gun thing, and but she had the name wrong, like when it was said to her. So either way, bit of a discussion, controversy. Then the second night, which was New Year's, this is how boring we're in Oldville. We're playing Cards Against Humanity, which was very funny.
Very fun.
I don't really know if there's a winner there. I guess it's the people who take the most of the black cards, like the explanation, the ones that you have to do it in. So I got one, but there was like once again like 13 motherfuckers. So like you went around the table once or twice, and it was kind of like
stacks count.
It takes forever.
Yeah.
And then the night after, Tanika, our friend, brought a karaoke machine.
Oh my god.
So like. Not that type of thing. No. And because think about it, right? It was a house that had 7 bedrooms. It was a pretty big house. And the whole time, like I still think my voice hasn't recovered from talking so much and talking so it was like you're in a club the entire time. If everyone's talking, it's like you're yelling. So by the time it came to karaoke, my voice, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even rap. I didn't
sing?
I did, but I could barely do it. I did Through the Wire.
Insane, yes.
Me and Tiff did Through the Wire. And then our friend Chanel, she's from here, but she lives in Melbourne. So she brought her Aussie boyfriend. I said to him, like, yo, let's do K-San. So we did, which for the Aussies, which I don't know how many there are out there, it's like...
True Blue classic.
The Aussiest song of all time, but it's about the Vietnam War. So it makes no sense, but whatever it is, it's like that. And I enjoyed that a lot. That was funny.
Aussie staple.
Yeah.
So I would have shed a patriotic tear watching you do that, mate.
That's a beautiful fucking story. Blue, red, and fucking white, mate. So that was fun.
I cannot believe all this stuff. This doesn't sound real.
No, it's not like. And normally, like, I don't just sit around and do things like that. Like, I'm not that guy. Like, I don't do shit with cunts for the sake of it. Like, it's
Yeah.
It's not how I get down.
Wow.
So for me, it was different, but it was nice. And we came back, and I was just fucked, man. Like
the social.
Sorry, not this microwave. One sec.
Yeah. It was just so hectic. Like I knew I'd be tired, but like I think Christmas was relaxing, but then the other shit was also pretty chill. But I think it's like the social stimulation. Like
there's just so much going on. You had abundance. You had dogs, babies, lots of homies.
But even up until Christmas, if you think from Christmas Eve when y'all came up, that's like until New Year, the day until the 2nd. So Christmas Eve is the 24th to the 2nd. So maybe what's that, 8 days or something? Like back to back. And I'm like an introvert type of dude. There was only one day where we cleaned the house in between. Like you guys, well, you left a bit early, but then Dan and Tiff's mom left. And there was one day to clean. And then friends came and they had a pre-New Year's Eve thing. So two of the people, there was like 2 couples at our joint the night before we all left and went. So like, it was like, I'm not the most social dude. I'm an introvert by nature. So like, it's not from not wanting to hang. My social battery is limited. And I was fucked. I'm still not recovered for sure. Like I'm still like, I feel like my throat's a little like scratchy. Not like I'm getting sick, but I think it's recovering from yelling so fucking much.
Fucking hell.
For like 4 days or whatever it was. But it was great. I'm not complaining. It was nice. It was nice to see people and hang the fuck out and do something different and fuck bitches and get money, but doing neither.
Yeah,
just in the idea of the vibe of it. What did y'all do for New Year's?
Daniel?
Oh, what did I do? I was in an Airbnb in Toronto. Me and my partner, we went to this place called Rec Room, which is like a bar / arcade. So it kind of has like a dance floor and everything as well. It was lit. So there was that, and we spent the whole countdown and everything there. So essentially, you pay like $30 for this one event, and you get unlimited games. And then you got to like Prosecco, and then you got like some photo booth shit as well. But it was sick. It was such a good time.
Just the two.
Rec Room was lit. Yeah, just 2 of us, nice. And it was good. They had a sick DJ and everything, and it was good. And then like before that, we did a bunch of shopping in Toronto. We had to get a bunch of shit and everything, so we were there for a few days. And then we went back like the day after. We went back to Montreal on New Year's Day. Okay. And we've been busy, innit? Busy, working on a lot of stuff. personally working a lot of stuff with career-wise, manifesting, getting into my woo-woo bag and shit. You
There
know
you
that
go.
stuff. And yeah,
Love to hear it.
so I am currently dieting for like the first time in my life.
Ooh.
Yes,
What
I
do you
am.
define that?
Yeah.
It's a very
Is it
intense diet right now. It's essentially this is what it is. It's like testing your intolerance, and it's kind of like removing stuff which could be toxic over time. So first
elimination?
week is like, I don't know exactly what it's called, but like, but the first week is like super intense, and we're just about to finish the first week. And then the second week, we get to gradually start adding certain things back into our diet, and then the third week, we get to start adding back. So
That's
the
called
first week, just
elimination, I believe. Yes.
Mm.
okay, okay. So the first week we can't. So we remove food preservatives, fried food, processed meats, trans fats, food additives, food coloring, vegetable oil, corn oil. Uh, what else is there? No sugar, no artificial sweeteners, no sugar substitutes, no fruit juice, no soda, no high
Truth.
fructose corn syrup, nothing to do with sugar at all, and no oats, no barley, corn, rye, wheat, and no dairy products at all.
So
And
what does that leave?
essentially,
Yeah.
it's very limited, but you can still have quite good shit. Like you can have like chicken and stuff, like proper good seasoned meats and stuff, and like that does not really affect us. Mainly things, the main things that are affected are kind of like breakfast and snacks.
Okay.
Like breakfast, I have eggs with potatoes and like a smoothie on the side with like fruit, spinach, and stuff like that. And like for example, dinner's like normal, like it's like seasoned chicken and shit, and like it can be a soup, can be a curry, a bunch of stuff like that, but just no rice, no pasta, for example.
So how
And
do you have juice? Didn't you say no
Mm.
fruit juice? Oh, sorry, how do you have
no fruit
smoothies?
juice.
How do you have smoothies without like the fruit?
We just no, you have fruit. You can have fruit, but just no juice. No
No
juice, like
artificial sugar.
no like juice bought from the store, for example.
But you could
So like
juice a bunch
you
of.
could
You
juice your
could.
yeah, you could juice it yourself as long as there's like no additives, no sugar,
Oh,
nothing.
because it's that. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
naturally occurring fructose
yeah.
and such
Natural
in.
sugars are fine. Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's fine.
That's
But
not so bad.
yeah, yeah, it's a lot. I obviously this is the first time I've not had like sugar
I was gonna
for a
say.
long sustained period of time, and like sugar withdrawals are very real. They're very
I've cut it
very
before too.
serious.
Yep. How many days are you
Very.
in?
We are 6 days, so tomorrow will be the final day.
Okay,
And
yeah, sugar withdrawal is real, bro. Like it's arguably up there with drugs and alcohol.
yeah, yeah, and
Wow.
it's like, bro, I'm struggling to sleep sometimes. I'm like itchy sometimes, like
Jesus,
anxious sometimes. It's crazy, like it's weird.
Son.
But like other than that, like it's lit though. And plus, we're also doing this carrot juice thing. So we're having 5 cups of carrot juice a day. That we bought a food processor and everything.
Sick.
A juicer, sorry. We bought a whole juicer and everything.
Dope.
And we're having 5 cups of carrot juice a day for 5 days. And apparently, we're meant to do it once every 5 weeks because, like, I don't know, apparently it's this all singing, all dancing thing. Apparently, it's meant to be sick.
and what does it
So,
do?
apparently, it's just good for everything. Good for your gut health, good for dental health, good for, like, so many things. Good for your skin.
Lots of
So,
vitamin
there's
A
stuff
in
like that.
carrots.
Yeah. So, the
Anything
shit like
else in
that.
it, or it's just carrots?
It's just carrots. Literally just
Interesting.
carrots.
Wow.
But it tastes good. Like, I can't lie. It's lit. It's, like, fucking lit. It
All
tastes
right.
like super sweet and everything. So,
Interesting.
it's
Okay,
not
so
bad at all.
once you've wrapped the 7 days, then what?
Then we add, so the next week we start adding in nuts and grains. So then we can start having like brown rice. We can start having some certain types of pasta. We can have peanuts, like almond stuff like that. But like no sugars or anything.
Okay,
Like that's the
and
that's
that's
the
for
main thing.
another
But
week. That's for another week at a time.
well, if I guess you can add it eventually, but like I'm trying not to add it personally, like whatsoever. I'm trying to go forward with this zero sugar thing. And like
I feel like it's almost
for
impossible. It's so hard.
it's very very hard, very hard.
Pause.
But I guess
Mm.
pause.
Good pause.
Special occasions I'll have cake and shit, birthdays and stuff. But like yeah, very
Okay.
rarely now. And yeah, but it's lit though. It's lit. It's
Okay.
a fun time. And like I've been other than that, I've been doing stuff on Upwork and stuff. I fully like change my profile and shit, so then I can do more than just video editing, like more like virtual assistant shit, like a bunch of stuff like that. And testing certain things on Instagram so I can get more views on my reels and shit. And I've got a LinkedIn post pending as well regarding video editing and shit. So yeah, a lot of stuff happening, and yeah, big things in it. Manifestation, waiting for Mel to get a job in Toronto, so then we'll be there. I'm really hoping it'll be end of this month because I think it can happen. And we have two realtors who are like super like emailing me, messaging me every day saying, "Look, this property is available. Just let me know as soon as you're ready." Like, it's super cool.
That's great.
So big things.
I love it. Remind me after we finish. I got an idea about the Upwork stuff.
Okay.
Just want to run by you to see something to check on that. But yeah, I'll talk to you about it anyway. But yeah, that's great, man. Hustling out here.
Okay. Big time hustling.
Love to see it. Nurse Doug, what did you do New Year's? What's been crack-a-lacking?
Fuck, mate. Apartment party for New Year's. Had some seafood and some champagne. And just, chilling. Ended up literally getting into, like, cutting up some magazines and finding, like, cool shit for my vision board to add to it. And,
very cool.
Yeah, I even actually bought my journal over and fucking wrote some shit in it, wrote some goals and grateful list of 2022, and then the next morning by myself I just kind of like wrote my goals for the year, or some of them. It's going to be ongoing, but yeah, started off with a whole bunch of woo actually. Just check that high season video out recently as well. So yeah, been heavy on my grateful and manifestation list, and attitude of gratitude. Mans is out here. So yeah. Business has been good. I've had a couple of clients hit me with mixes and masters and remixes to do already. So I had a few things on the go, which has been fucking super blessed. I registered for Engineers, which is a platform for engineers and producers that's run by Derek Ali, who's from Top Dog Entertainment, which is a label that Kendrick used to be on. And that's really amazing that an engineer that's come from literally nothing to a major label platform to then make his own online sort of situation. So yeah, I registered for Engineers, and I've been talking to people in the scene that I know that have either just joined it or had any kind of experience with it, trying to get some notes on, how to navigate it properly.
Nice. That's a good look.
Super good look.
You guys are doing similar things. This is interesting.
So yeah.
I have my vision board and everything.
Crazy.
I have my vision board and shit ready as well. I got mine on my my iPhone wallpaper here.
Oh, the good idea on the phone. You look at it 700 times a day, can't? That's a good
literally. I got a bunch of stuff on there. I got like the Raptors mascot on there.
Champion.
Got London on there.
Cool. Fun stuff.
Got a bit of Drake because I want to go see him live this year, hopefully. Got a few quotes and shit. Got Spain because I'm hoping to go to Spain. I got Toronto there multiple times. A couple apartments there as well. Got football as well because I want to play football more times this year. And yeah, got a bunch of shit, so it's good.
I love that, dude.
Why are you both doing this? Like, if you guys aren't before?
I have done a lot of this before, yes. I want to start doing it more and being more consistent with it, because I've definitely done everything that I've mentioned before, just not harder. I just need to go harder and deeper pause than I ever have. So, it feels like a different kind of energy this year. I'm kind of sick of my own shit. I'm sick of the position of where I'm at. Even though it's great and I'm grateful for where I'm at, I just kind of am pretty expectant of my sort of trajectory of goals and like savings and that kind of stuff. So I need to just like get my finger out of my ass and do like more. Even though I'm doing a good job, things are cool. There's been a couple of blows in the last couple of years, like my health and stuff like that, and a couple other domino effects from that. But otherwise, yeah, just like really taking my head out of the sand and going harder. So it comes with, thanks, man. It comes with
like happy as fuck,
setting more goals and like, I've been in the last couple of years really taking care of my health. Like I found out this super smoothie that I've kind of been building over the while and getting like the perfect taste for the amount of shit you put in it. So yeah, really getting the vitamins up and like, that health and sort of part's already been
Work them, I guess.
grown habitually, and I just kind of want to keep that going with every other aspect of my life, not just the health, because I got my health and then my fitness as a result of that up when I got the bikes that are behind me. I got 2 of those fucking iron horses, and they really helped me get physically stronger and like retain weight and like, so yeah, health. And then going into the business part, it's kind of translating the same discipline I have with my health and my fitness into my other goals and my other aspects of my life that I was kind of like just cruising by, even though things were cool, just kind of like putting the hammer down and like, yeah.
Paul's hammer.
Yeah, exactly. So cock out of the sand, let's go.
Nice, man.
What?
This is really dope to hear you guys say, because I forgot about from our side too. So we've been doing this for a while. One thing that happened for me in this realm, the thing, and we talk about woo woo because we did do a high season video. You should go check that out at youtube.com/highseasonco, edited by Dan.
It's a good.
Of course, everything you see on there is, well, recently almost everything is edited by Dan. And we were just talking about how to get everything you want in 2023. In something that really great that happened to me in December 21st, 2012, where there was like the Mayan calendar end of the world, like it was supposed to implode.
That's right.
I got the same cork board that Notion had up on the wall there, basically, and we made a vision board in 2012. I think it might have been our first one, and we kept that one up on the wall permanently for the whole time. We moved houses and we put it up on the new house. And one thing I had up on there was a Canadian passport. And on December 23rd this year, 2022, so 10 years and 2 days, I got the passport finally. So that is officially the end of my immigration journey, which has been a nightmare, if nothing else, but I'm relieved as a fucking bitch. Stoked. The photo is horrible because I look fed the fuck up. Like I'm not having it.
Yeah.
My hair's a little fucked up. The ladies, like, they really need to. Like,
That's
once again, the employees being shit cunts. Like, just fucking be like, hey, bro, look up a little bit. You look a little bit upset.
Nice.
Chill
no
a little
direction.
bit. See that little bit of hair? Can you just catch that? Like, whatever. Like, just give me something. Like, not like, boom, done. Here you go. I'm like, are you serious? When I saw it, I was like, whatever, bro, I'm out of here. Like,
dude, my permanent residency photo is the same thing. I just had the fucking the accident where the Beck taxi, fuck you, fucking cunts. The Beck taxi driver hit me and my face got all fucked up. As it was in the middle of repairing, I got my OHIP and my health card and my permanent residency photo done in like a few weeks between or whatever it was, maybe a month. And my cheeks all got scabs on it. I got like seriously still like a huge hematoma in my eyebrow, a bunch of swelling and bruising and shit. I look like an absolute mug. And on top of that fucking physical bullshit, this bird chooses the first photo that she does, and my eyes are literally half closed, and you can see like the.
And they approved it.
They approved it, dude. Where's my wallet? It's like, oh,
no, don't put that on there because you have to cover up too much shit.
Oh, fair enough. Anyway, but yeah, the photo is absolutely brutal. My eyes are half closed, and I look all mashed up, and they're just like, yep, that's fine. And I knew I blinked. I fucking knew it. So they don't give a fuck, dog. It's just crazy.
I feel you.
Oh, dear.
But on that positive tip, though, like that was something that it took me 10 years to manifest.
That's cool.
And it felt really good to finally have that. And even like we were looking, last year was the best year that we had because we got the 3. Like we're trying to like move the business forward whilst moving the personal shit. So the 3 things: we bought a house, we got a car, we got a dog. Those 3 things were the key things. So now 2023 for us, all we want to do is take all of those things. Well, the car is fine. The dog, he's going to keep making him as good a boy as he can be.
The best.
And the bestest boy. And fucking the crib, we'll keep, making it better, getting things, adding things, decorating, doing some landscaping, probably, whatever the fuck. So that's all cool. So now we can just focus on the business for the first time. We got some cool plans to, like, move shit forward. So I'm excited to, like, not have crazy... what do you call it, resolutions, like we change everything, because there's always, I was saying to Tiff, we get always on Saturday nights we get extra lit and then we watch a movie, but then you have like an hour gap where you just like pause it and talk and get all into it. And I was like, made me happy to know that I've got all the gym equipment at home. I just gotta like use it more. I'm gonna cut down to 4 days drinking instead of 5, so I'm gonna cut a Tuesday out probably, and I can be a bit flexible. So like I hit over 200 pounds a day.
Bless you, fucking.
That was big.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
Blew me,
Daniel.
blew me nubs off.
So I'm trying
I weighed myself as well, by the way, and it was a bit of a mad thing. I think it was January 1st. I weighed myself, and I was like, oh,
well,
that is a bit close to 210 pounds.
Weed drink.
What about
doing a weed drink?
I have to drive back to Hamilton.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dan.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you, man. That's that thing. And I was like, over the holidays, we ate like a motherfucker. When we went away, we ate like three of us all ate heavy over Christmas,
That counts.
and then
Mm.
when I went away, I didn't stop. And it's sort of now we're trying to do like not trying to like diet, but just be smarter with everything. And like even Tiff took the full. I drank actually when we came back, but she took the whole week off, and she never takes the week off. So I'm like, oh, we're all man's a little serious. So this is like, I don't know, because me and her have been going through this. I haven't really talked to anyone else about it, or like all this shit we're trying to plan, and like ideas for new revenue streams for the business and all this stuff. And then hearing you guys both planning stuff like that, it makes me happy. I think it's good. That's why this is. I want to expand this topic then a bit more here, because I feel like it's more like it's super valuable for people to do shit like this.
Yeah, it's sick, man. It's fun to explore. Like the visualization stuff, I've definitely been doing for a long time. But like I only do it for specific things, like when I need it, like then or whatever. If there's some shit, I don't like have a. Yeah, it's not. I don't do it regular enough. So yeah, I've been doing that more. And the thing that I changed the most is actually having a journal and writing shit down. So writing it down feels a little more connected to like everything. So like I genuinely like physically writing out things more than I remembered or even realized. But yeah, having the book is the biggest change for me. Everything else I've done mentally, and sometimes life distractions can kind of throw you off your mental checklist and you forget about some steps or like whatever the fuck. But this is a little more hard copy and like hard line for me. So see how the writing down goes.
I like that.
Good.
Yeah, anything you can do to make it more real, whether it's like a digital thing, whether it's like a physical thing on the wall or the book, whatever the fuck. Like,
yeah,
just doing it, thinking about it, and talking about it. And what I realized was, this is what I was saying to Tiff as well on Saturday. I was like, well, one of the things with all this shit that I always felt like we just like make these ridiculous goals and not even come close to things. And I felt like more and more now, as long as it like it's got to take you somewhere, but it's got to be, I don't know, achievable, I guess. I mean, obviously anything's possible if you work for it, whatever. But like, it sort of felt like things in the past had been unreachable, and it almost like is a turn. Like it makes you almost like, oh fuck, like am I going to be able to achieve these things? And then maybe you don't, and then you feel discouraged and blah blah blah. So it's like making more real. Like I found anyway, making like more realistic goals. Like we kept putting 100,000 subscribers for YouTube last year, and we did not get anywhere close. But we also didn't work at it. We didn't do it because we were so fucking distracted. We incorporated the business, which was a fucking nightmare, paperwork wise, and I did most of that, or basically all of it really. The house, whole ordeal, like moving, blah blah blah, like all that shit really distracted. So now we don't have those distractions. So now I'm like, well, that's a realistic goal. If we work and we know and we're already growing, we're already trying to do 2 videos a week. And
you did that shit while you're busy. Imagine what you can do when you're settled.
Exactly.
I like that.
Exactly. And now we're settled. So we're doing this. And do you know what I realized? This is something else I realized. I don't know what you guys think it is. You know how someone like Gary Vee or like someone who's like, you know, already a successful person, they'll talk on their YouTube. They're like, yeah, man, so what are you going to do? You're going to start a new revenue stream. So you just start this revenue stream. You just do it. And all of a sudden there's money come. Like the way they position things, they don't like tell you how to do things. They just kind of like say shit like that.
Give you a snapshot and then the end result.
And then result without this thing in the middle, but also not taking. I was like, I guess I was high, so I was like, oh, yo, like, what they're doing is they're telling you that from a perspective of experience and already having stuff. Like we set up multiple revenue streams over the last couple months alone, but we already had multiple revenue streams. So like we just set up and then we came up with an idea for a bunch more. So like I'm like, oh, that was easy, but it was easy because we'd done the work and we figured out how to set up revenue streams. So now it's easy for me. So I could tell people, yeah, just you just get set it up, you just go do it. But like if you're newer to it, you might be intimidated by that or like find like, oh fuck, where do I start? But okay, cool, you're just saying that. But so I feel like that's a gap in the market that I want to fill, pause from our content, and we want to start the high season podcast finally, and like all these different things with like real actionable shit, because I feel like that's what people like. I know we're all obviously family, so we all know we talk about this type of stuff and blah blah blah. So you two doing this doesn't surprise me, of course, but there's a lot of people who aren't exposed to this type of shit, and then maybe they'll see something and it might just seem unachievable or like intimidating or whatever, and I want to make it achievable for people, because it is. It's not like
You can make it fun. Some people like they like I said, the intimidation is a kind of a scary thing to be like, oh shit, there's a lot of a lot of work to do or whatever. But like, you just make it fun, make the work fun. And if you're doing something you love anyway, like that's that classic saying.
Yep.
Fucking so just just figure something out that you absolutely love and bleed and shit and.
I mean, there's that, but there's also, to be fair, like what I'm doing doesn't make me fucking cry with happiness, right? Like with marketing and stuff. But I'm trained in it. I've done it for a long time, and I understand it.
But you're making it fun.
Yeah, but it's not like I know what you're saying about the passion. I think that's important, but I also think sometimes you can have the passion, you can have something else you're just good at and make money off it. It's an interesting time to do all this stuff, being that apparently there's a recession coming into that, which means there might be less money circulating and less opportunities. So you do have to be a little more creative. But there's also a labor shortage. So if you want to work, you can fucking work. Like companies are gagging for good employees right now. So it's like, it can be a passion. If you don't know where to start, that's a good place to do it. But it could also mean that there's, look for gaps in the market. Like the one I just pointed out is like, well, now, I mean, I guess it's easy for me to say that because we have experience now, but in my 20s, that would have been helpful to hear. Was someone who wasn't like 30 years older than me, like someone a little bit older who I'm like, obviously had done some shit, but still like can talk to me on my level to be like, yo, well, like I get it. I was there too. I didn't know what to do. I tried a whole bunch of different things. I always had businesses. Nothing ever worked until high season. Like to generate real money, nothing ever. Like those little bits and pieces from the music here and there, but I was never living off that. So yeah, if you're trying to do some stuff, there's different ways to do it, and it's more like creating. It's more just thinking about this stuff, just doing what y'all are doing. Like we didn't do the part that you guys are doing yet because I feel like I'm just taking the things we already manifested and growing them. But we have goals, obviously, and we're going to write them all down. But a vision board, I don't know if we're even going to do that this year because it's all good. Like maybe the YouTube plaque or something because that's why I want the 100K. But yeah, people don't know where to start. Like what you guys did is perfect. Create someone on your phone. Grab a fucking thing. Write down some goals. Be realistic. Like, you can push yourself a bit. But like if you don't have, you can, I want to get 100,000 YouTubes. Then, what's the word? What's it called when you reverse engineer? Be like, all right, how do I get it out and make that plan and shit? So I like it. I feel like hopefully, at least for people listening who are maybe newer to this and hear like three perspectives on it, can like, that's kind of lit.
Yeah,
I can do that shit.
You know where people should start? Make your bed in the morning.
That's the number one thing. Do you make your bed, Dad?
Not even kidding.
Yeah, every morning.
Okay, because I know some people don't.
Like top entrepreneurs, top fucking, basically every military outfit that you can think of, everybody that's successful and everyone has that sort of thing. Like, there's something about controlling the things that you can control in your brain as far as like I forget how they said it.
I know it's like the first win of the day.
First win of the day is to keep stacking the wins up, but it's also like we have certain like. Oh, fucking hell. I literally saw a video yesterday about it.
It was just explaining sort of like if you could get that, is it like if you get that first?
It's like controlling the control mechanisms in your brain and your body when you first wake up in the first like hour of the day or
so doing something good, productive that like you look at it, no one wants to come into a room where, like you automatically feel away if you see your bed like gross.
Yeah,
like being in a tidy environment is typically
that's right, and that's another thing.
Or at least neat.
People always make sure they say to make sure your environment is clean and nice because that helps your line of thinking as well. So yeah,
I love that. Look at this, guys. Positive shit. Kicking off the year right. God damn it. Well then, so that was pretty lit. We got to catch up. I knew that would be lengthy. So we have a bunch of different topics we could just sort of like yap about if y'all want. Should I just start from the top of the list?
Go on.
Might as well. So I've heard conflicting reports. No one's seen Kanye for a while. There was. I heard. Did you hear anything?
I heard this closer to Christmas time, though.
Okay.
It was like a week ago I heard this, but I don't know how true it was. It was off one of them like rap Twitter accounts. But I didn't know if it was like legitimate or I don't know.
Apparently, his lawyers were trying to reach out to him. That's where they heard it from. And the lawyers were trying to fire him because of all the shit he was saying. and
Yeah.
they couldn't get in touch with him because you have, and apparently in the States to, as a lawyer, to fire someone, you have to serve them. Excuse me, the
papers in person.
And they haven't found him to do that, but they also said he didn't see his family over Christmas. So I don't know what's up with that. I haven't really seen any updates. I did see one thing actually that was like, what they say, some like they saw he was attending something, and I'm pretty sure it was overseas, like attending a show or an event, some bullshit, maybe in Europe or something, if I'm not mistaken. So if that's the case, then I guess we'll see. But yeah, because he was like pulling up paparazzi, like talking to him every day, basically.
Yeah.
Like there was always a TMZ quote or some bullshit. So hopefully, yeah, he's okay. Oh, and on that, I know you guys seen talk about the first Adidas Yeezy, the 350 without Yeezy.
Oh,
yeah, I saw that.
Is there a photo?
Yeah, it's like
there is a photo.
Yeah,
I'll try to find it for you.
The shoe is fine. It's the 350. Like,
Shoe's fine.
It's like a dark gray 350. Like I would cop, all things considered. So apparently they have $580 million worth of Yeezys already produced, ready to go. I think it's if it's not that one, it's like something like that. No, actually no. So put Adidas Yeezy Boost. No. Oh, yeah, them. No, that's the black. Could this be the first one? Okay, there you go. So it's okay. It'll come in there. There it is. Yeah. Bring the Yeezys to life.
Oh yeah, that's them. Yeah.
So that looks like I saw another pair that they were talking about that had the supply on the side still. So basically, if you think about it, right, Yeezy's an interesting brand because there's no exterior branding on any of the shoes. It's only on the insole. So if they pulled, and even on mine, the insoles are always different. So they could pull out the insole. Like sometimes it's
Gotcha.
like, it's usually both,
like a
but
sock.
they've like, sometimes it's a new Adidas sign, sometimes it's just the word Adidas, sometimes it's the old one. Like it's never consistent. So I reckon what they might do is just whip those insoles out and replace them. But imagine having to do that for how many pairs they would have. So I don't know what's going to happen. I still stand by that it's corny as fuck and very hypocritical of them to cut the contract with him and then go and still use the designs that were made in, like these shoes will sell off the strength of his brand. And they're selling for the same price, they were saying. The what?
He won't make any money from that.
I believe. I don't know, actually. That's a good question. Like maybe because they've already pre-done and that would have been a part of the old contract, they would still have to. True. So what they probably should have said is like, hey, y'all, we're going to sell off the rest of them since we have $500 million worth of product. So then, and you'd be like, after that, it's too much of a loss, even Nazi or otherwise, that you think he is. So then they could just sell that as it is, and then boom, 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 and then they'd be able to get that price. It'd be super hard to get, bam, bam. But I'm curious because if it's still got the Yeezy branding, I would personally cop. If it doesn't, I'm not interested.
Are they going to be cheaper than normal?
No, that's the thing. That's the interesting.
No, they're the same price. That's what people on Reddit are hating on.
If they were cheaper, I'd probably get into the market, mate.
That's what people on Reddit were saying. Previously, they were like, if they're lower price, mans are just going to go nuts. All of them were like, my stance was by far the minority. As soon as they announced the price, my stance is now the majority. So
that's cheeky fucking.
They said the first one is coming in January. So I still check confirmed every day, just in case. So I'd be curious to see what they do. Not stoked about the situation, but I mean, look, worst case, StockX. Like I was fucking around and I saw like the 350 compacts. This is like another variety of like slightly different to those. There was one that was a color that I like, and it was less than retail. So I'm like, I feel like you just got to do some digging. I heard you can get some good shit off of eBay. So I don't know if I like eBay, to be honest. So, but
eBay have an authenticator now.
Yeah, so, but I've seen
still dodgy.
Yeah, I've seen dodgy shit about StockX too. So I don't know what the best thing. And StockX is cool about Canada. They're the ones who they don't have any import fees. It's all built into the price, which is really cool.
That's cool.
So it's not like I need more, but like it was my
always
hobby.
got the eye on the market.
Yeah, so I was thinking about it. I might have a little poke around and see what's going on. But so that'll be interesting. As soon as we find out, I'll let y'all know. Don't you worry about that.
Don't you worry about it.
This surprised me. Came in over the holidays. Tory Lanez was found guilty for the shooting of Megan Thee Stallion. I kind of was, at some point, I was relatively convinced that he didn't do it because of multiple factors, I guess. Meg lying about certain things. Obviously, she didn't lie about being shot, but lying about not being in a relationship and a few other different things, like or omitting information, perhaps might be another way to say it. And he sounding or seeming so confident about the whole thing. I'm like, why are you so confident if you did it? So I mean, it seemed to me like a bunch of things like probably didn't do it, but then he was found guilty. So
wow, bro.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any thoughts on that?
Honestly,
apparently he had 20-something years in jail too if he's guilty.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
When they sentence him.
Like I
followed it's a weird one.
I followed it as closely as we did on our podcast here, but like, so I didn't. I only thought about it and saw it like when we actually discussed it. So like since then, I haven't really been looking at it. So, but honestly, really just like, whoa, it's a whole fucking drama. It's going to be a movie for sure.
Yeah,
it's weird.
It seemed. Oh, we're keeping you up, mate. No, I'm kidding.
Sorry.
It's like it seems sus on both sides. Like it seemed. Like you said, like it seemed one way earlier on, and then out it comes. It's just like, oh, what the fuck happened, mate? You don't know what's going on. It's like Hollywood fucking drama shit. I don't know if it's definitely not made up.
Apparently, he had no fingerprints. He had no fingerprints in the gun or something. So it's weird stuff. So
do you think there's something shady going on?
There's always something shady going on. There's too much money involved, and there's too many greedy cunts in America, mate. So there's probably something dodgy going on for sure. Because the way that Tory's parents were talking about, it's like, there's some corruption, like they were going off, and like, they seem like good people.
Yeah, I did see his dad.
Yeah,
he's like dad, like a preacher.
Seemed like good Jamaican peoples, and they were just like, just saying this is not over. There's some dirty work going on, and I genuinely believe that fucking shit. So we'll see what happens, but it seems really intense, and wow, it got out of control.
I guess I think every single thing that happens is something shady going on. Like I don't believe anything anymore.
Yeah.
Might piss me off, Barrington. I'm such a huge legend.
He fucking loves it.
He's just having
a fluffball dog.
So that's interesting. Okay, so that went down. What else happened? I just saw that Dr. Dre is suing Marjorie Taylor-Greene, who's a Republican politician that says some
politician,
not the greatest things. But apparently she got Dre apparently
pretty small share.
Oh, okay. So apparently no. So let me read this out because apparently the letter is hilarious. So basically, I think this will explain what happened. So Marjorie Taylor-Greene is like, do you guys know her?
Nope.
So apparently she's super Trumper, super kind of right wing, more extreme, if that makes sense.
Right.
I don't disagree with everything she says, but she does say a lot of pretty wild ass fucking things. So a lot of the left fucking can't stand her. Most of the time, I think she's a bit of a dick, but all politicians are, as we said. So the letter says, it's regarding unauthorized use of Andre Young's still diary. Dear Ms. Taylor-Greene, we write to you on behalf of our client Andre Young, professionally known as Dr. Dre, composer and performer of the hit song Still Diary. You are wrongfully exploiting this work through the various social media outlets to promote your divisive and hateful political agenda. I think she used the song in a video that wasn't approved, just like Trump did with someone else, and they took it down too.
Oh, yeah?
At some point. I forgot what it was.
Right.
Andre Young is the owner of the copyright in Still Dre and with the exclusive right to exploit the same. Mr. Young has not and will never grant you permission to broadcast or disseminate any of his music. The use of Still Diary without permission constitutes copyright infringement in violation of blah, 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 something. One might expect that as a member of Congress, you would have a passing familiarity with the laws of your country. It is with our country. It's possible, though, the laws governing intellectual property are a little too arcane and insufficiently populous for you to really have spent much time on. We're writing because we think an actual lawmaker should be making laws, not breaking laws, especially those embodied in the Constitution by the Founding Fathers. Damn, that's pretty savage. Jesus.
That is, that's a lot. Wow. Fair enough.
And then this is... Oh, this is to her as well. Oh, maybe this is the next page. The United States Copyright Act says a lot of things, but one of the things it says is that you can't use someone else's song for your political campaign promotions unless you get permission from the owner of the copyright in the song, a step you failed to take. Demand is hereby made that you cease and desist from any further unauthorized use of Andre Young's music. This letter shall constitute formal notice to you of the matters set forth herein. Accordingly, please provide me with written confirmation you have complied with these demands before January 11th, 5 p.m. EST. Nothing contained herein shall be deemed as an omission of any fact or a waiver of any rights. Like, damn. So anyway, it's gone super viral that people were like, yo, man. Like, he showed her. So that's interesting.
Struth.
So, you know.
Fair
Got the
enough.
fucking paperwork.
Not surprised, though. I feel like Dre's pretty serious with his shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
the teeth from the mandem.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's the doctor, mate.
good shit. Now, another thing that happened, I swear it was like just between Christmas and New Year's, but Quavo dropped a song for Takeoff. Did y'all see it? There was like a
clip on Instagram.
Okay.
It's like smoking in the studio.
Okay, so that's the whole video, and I thought someone
That's the
posted
whole
it.
video, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so it was like
okay.
him just smoking there. I can't remember if it was a video or
I saw like a minute.
still.
Of it. Yeah.
And they had the lyrics or something. Oh, and it was like a lyric video, and the lyrics were like written on paper, and then they folds up into like a rocket that takes off.
The rocket and it takes off, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it was as sweet as a song in that genre could be for someone who passed.
That's a good point. Good way to say
Does
it.
that make sense?
Yep.
Do y'all have any thoughts on it?
Like, it came up when I was, I think it was like the first day back in Montreal when I was working again. And it was like, it came on just randomly on YouTube, just literally randomly. And then, it's a good song. It's definitely not a bad song. And it's nice. It's a nice song. And yeah, like I don't really have many thoughts to it. It's a cool song. You can tell he's proper upset about the situation and shit, which makes sense. And yeah, I guess that's he's using his platform pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
To grief, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, word. Definitely worth checking out anyway. It's it was Bear's like, what are you doing, buddy? Okay.
Baron's pissed, mate.
He's loving it.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Sad but cool. Ghostface Killah is dropping an album on the Stem Player.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Interesting.
is, for those who recall, the thing that Kanye released Donda 2 on, but then they parted ways aggressively with him as well. So
I said how it was a custom black and grey stamp player.
okay, with the album,
Black and cream. Black and
was
cream.
it blue and green? Like blue and cream, you know what I'm saying? Like
I'm
off the
pretty sure
label
off the interlude. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That's cool. It's interesting that it's still working with artists to do shit like that. And I also saw that there's the version of the Stem Player that has a black and cream. Okay, interesting. Maybe because they already had this. They had the clear black version that they were promoting around the Kanye.
$240.
Yeah, it's $200 for the one that I got for
Struth, mate.
Yeah.
Okay,
I thought it was just a Kanye thing. I didn't know it was their own.
So it was a separate company that had a deal with Yeezy to do all this shit. So I guess they were licensed, but they removed Donda 2 off the website, and they
Wow.
yeah. And Donda 2 never got the official release. Like, I don't think it's technically finished. It was still on there, so I just left it on my shit. But like, it's fun. It was a gimmick. I was lit, and we were watching the documentary, so I bought it. You got to be excited.
Fair enough. That's how it happens.
So it's cool to see it still happening. But, you know, artists are still rocking with that shit. So Dan, you mentioned before they announced the most streamed song in Spotify history.
Yes, let me go on the post now. I think it's the Weeknd Blinding Lights or something. Let me see. Let me go on the post right now.
I mean,
Because
makes sense.
says the exact amount of streams it has. It keeps on going up every day or something. It's ridiculous.
It'd be like obviously over 1 billion, because there's a number of songs over 1 billion streams.
It's 3,335,999,000 is what it was on before. But it's probably above 3.5 bill now, I want to say.
It? Wow. Is that like, is there any other song that's over 1 billion?
Yes, Ed Sheeran's Shape of You. So that was what it surpassed. Ed Sheeran's Shape of You was 3.3 billion.
Wow.
And now this is 3.35 billion, yeah.
Fucking hell. I didn't know. I just thought there was a couple songs, like 10 songs that were over 1 billion, and then like that was it.
That was a bunch of fucking...
That's
Let me
crazy.
check.
Crazy shit.
Let me check what the top streamed ones are, because the Weeknd. Here we go. 100 most streamed. Oh my god, that fucking. You know that Dance Monkey song on TikTok?
Yeah.
That's the third most streamed.
Fuck. She's
third most streamed with 2.7 billion. Lewis Capaldi's got one, 2.6 billion. Post Malone and 21 Savage Rockstar, 2.5 billion. And Post Malone again. Post Malone again, 2.5 billion with his song Sunflower with Sway Lee.
How much money did he
Okay.
get from that, dude? That's
Wow.
insane.
Drake
he
One
ain't seeing
Dance.
shit.
There's
Well,
a lot. There's a lot of songs. Even XXXTentacion, Eminem, Lose Yourself, Industry Baby, Lil Nas X, and Jack Harlow. They all have over a billion.
wow.
Wow, dude, that's fucking wild.
Lil Nas X, eh?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So, shouts to the Weeknd, you know, Toronto. You know, the fucking vibes. So, okay, beautiful. Now, what's next? Oh, new Drake single with Popcaan.
Oh yeah.
Didn't hear that. What's the deal?
It's great. I love it.
Loving it?
It's good. It is good.
Can you
Yeah.
beatbox it for us?
No.
He can rap it for us. He's a rapper.
It's because it's like dance.
Cee's really good at beatboxing. If you didn't know, everyone.
Yeah, I'm the greatest.
Cee's really good. I'm like, I think it's his patterns, or I don't know if it's his patterns or it's his like drum choice sounds that makes it so good. But one day, hopefully, we'll hear it. Maybe on like a interlude on an album. Maybe you can do a beatbox for me, and I'll chop it up and make it drums for our.
There we go.
For a song for our album.
Done. That'd be sick.
And because the intro to the song will be like you going, I won't ruin it for everyone. It's quite lovely.
Yeah, no spoilers.
No spoilers, no spoil
Okay,
thing. But
okay.
yeah, you can just give me an intro, and I'll make a whole production out of your incredible beatbox.
Say less. Say fucking less.
Absolutely zero.
I like that. Well,
It was like it was a dancehall thing, isn't it?
yes.
Well, we're gonna have to make a
It was a good
dancehall beat then, innit, fam?
It's cool. What's it called again? We
It's called it can't be done or something. Let me see. Oh no, we can't done.
Yeah, I like it.
There we
Like
go.
CAA, and I had to ask Tiff what
Yeah.
it means, like in patois, but I think it's like we're not finished.
Yeah,
Like,
we're not
I knew-
finished.
Like it can't done, like it can't be done. Is that what it
Yeah,
means?
like but we're not done. I guess is really
Right.
like Mads ain't finished. It's just cool. It's weird because it's a summer like bop released in
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't release it in
Feb.
the summer. I reckon he could have waited
yeah, that's the one.
because that's a proper summer thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
but it's
It's like
fine.
Napoleon or some shit.
Yeah, I actually never saw it. Hey, what does that say? Oh, that must be of the album. He has an album? Great.
Popcaan?
Yeah.
Let me see. You must.
That was what you just sent. The picture was like an album cover.
The picture is an album cover. Let me see if he actually has one, but I don't know. But yeah, the music video was cool as well. They were just having a good time,
Yeah, and they're in
It's a great
Jamaica
time.
on a like jet ski, just cruising around.
Yeah.
Jet ski.
So it was good. It was an interesting time of year to release like a summer fucking
Yeah.
bop. So that was pretty cool. What else?
Cool.
50 Cent is doing an 8 Mile series with M.
Supposedly, yeah.
Supposedly, was it like M's not in it, right? Like they're just continuing.
No, it
movie?
must be with M. It must be with M. Let me see that. I'm gonna check the post now, but I believe M is meant to be in it.
That would make sense.
Let me go to it
You'd
because it would make
think it'd be
sense.
in
Like
it, but,
he
like,
can
Might cost
he
too
can
much,
officially
or-
stop rapping finally.
Wow.
No, this is 8, isn't it? Sorry, Bear. Sorry, Bear.
Nah, I hate. He says, apparently 50 Cent quoted this. He said, "I'm gonna bring 8 Mile to television. We're in motion." That's what he
Okay.
said.
That's it.
And
Okay. So
So it
things
was
are
an
happening.
Instagram post or something. Or
yeah,
tweet
it's
or
an
something.
Instagram post.
Okay.
So I'm hearing people say like, yeah, 50's a good writer. He'll be fine. Some people saying it's gonna be the Detroit Euphoria. People
Okay.
saying they should add more stuff regarding Eminem's life prior to the movie. What else is there?
That'd be
rough.
kind of smart if they like took like a
Someone
season.
said, yeah, true, that would be good. Someone said, keep it. Who's asking for Eminem content in 2023?
Wow. So
Well,
I mean, like that's a.
you're right, mate.
I'm so fucking Dan.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm
I'll
so
give you
tired.
both you cunt shit. Watch me yawn
I
in
still
2
haven't
minutes.
recovered from the holidays, man. I'm
It's
fucked.
okay. I'll give you cuddles.
Thank you. I kind of feel that though. Like who really is?
Yeah.
Like
I
respect.
don't mind
is-
the acting thing.
The
The acting
acting
thing, yeah,
thing's
you
fine.
You can go, but just no music. Thanks.
I prefer it to be a movie than a series. Just
Mm,
give us
I
like
kinda-
fucking
I-
8
I-
Mile continued.
I don't know. No, I'd like a high budget series.
As long as he's in
I'd
it,
like to have
otherwise
a
it'll be
series.
shite.
I mean, how can he? He'd have to have somebody else, I guess, at this
No,
point.
but yeah, don't recast. You can't recast. If it focuses on another character, fair enough. But just don't recast
But
Eminem, I think.
he looks his age. Like he must be pushing 50 at
Yeah,
this point.
yeah. He looks his
Yeah.
age, though.
You know what I'm saying? Like he looks
catching up.
like old enough to like you can't go and play a 25-year-old now. Like it's,
No,
his face has
he
changed so
can.
much.
I think he
You have
can
to set it
because
for a
of
mature rapper.
because of video production. De-aging is so. If it's a big enough production, he can definitely be de-aged in the movie, and the de-aging is not going to be that deep. Because if you saw the Spider-Man movie, they had the same Doctor Octopus from the one in 2002 Spider-Man, and he looked about 50 when the guy's like fucking 70 something. Like he looked like he's probably in his 40s. Actually, he looked great. Like de-aging is insane. So
Okay. Well,
Digital
didn't you
makeup.
prove us wrong, huh? Didn't you? Didn't you?
yeah, exactly.
Look at you.
Exactly.
Look at you.
Well, we're all on the edge of our seats for that one.
Mm-hmm.
That should be interesting.
Speaking of Mr. Shady, he apparently turned down an $8 million offer to perform at the World Cup as well.
Makes sense.
Which did it say?
Thank God.
Yeah.
Did anyone
Honestly,
see why?
I kind of agree with that.
Hey man, did anyone see why he turned it down?
It's not a good
Honestly,
fit.
I have no clue. I can check now quickly. Eminem turns down World Cup because I don't even know who did. I don't know who actually performed at the World Cup.
No.
Where do they
Yeah.
perform at the entry, like the opening or the closing? Like how do they perform?
Maybe halftime, like the Super Bowl.
It's before. It's before. It's not halftime.
Before? No.
No, I think it's before. I think that's what they did at Euros.
Okay.
Here we go. Argentina,
Crazy.
blah blah blah. Apparently he did this. Read more. I got an inquiry about the World Cup. They had a budget of 9 million. I would have taken one, and then the other 8 would have been for him. Oh, who's this speaking then? Someone else speaking. Oh, okay, 50 Cent said that.
Oh, 50.
But apparently it was quickly shot down after sharing the proposal with Eminem's manager, Paul Rosenberg.
Yeah.
Oh, Paul.
Apparently Paul said something like he's not going to do it. Just literally like that. Was that fair enough?
It's more like I feel like once you've sort of already like performing and touring, all that stuff is like it's exhausting, and I sometimes think it's like the least like the
For me, it's kind of like it's like whoever's booking these people are really not tapped into what's popping right now. Like I would rather fucking a performance from like Shakira than Eminem. Like I'd rather literally any rapper than Eminem. Like anyone who's current.
Shakira would be hilarious.
Like Shakira would be way better than Eminem. Like it would just be.
I think for a world audience, you're right. Shakira's still got bangers out there.
To propose Eminem in the FIFA World Cup final is ridiculous.
I think about the like No said, a world audience for soccer. Like most of those people are from countries that like South America, Europe, Africa, countries that like don't get the like it's like Australia. We didn't get all the tours. We only got like the later thing. So like I feel like people's taste is sort of delayed out there a little bit. So like
and lives are simpler, and football's one of the easiest entry fees to a sport that exists.
No, it's not 20 years delayed, but like it's a fair point. I still you're right, but it's still like who would be superior? Like who would be a better pick than
Ricky Martin was a great fit. Remember that Cup of Life shit? That was perfect.
But that was when he was at his peak, no?
Yeah, but like that was just a good musical fit and a good sort of like audience fit for a worldwide artist that's fucking every cunt knows. Like that was a solid pick. That's why Shakira would be good too.
But Shakira, I think Shakira's like you could put that in the same thing as Eminem. Like it's equally.
I think
Shakira's bigger than Eminem.
I think it could have been
absolutely.
I think maybe someone like Snoop Dogg would have worked, even though I think Snoop Dogg would have been better. I think
Snoop does everything, bro. That would be hilarious. That would be
he would do well as well.
We'd all watch it too. We'd all be like, go Snoop.
Yeah,
because he just does it. He gets that pass. Like I don't know who else gets that pass. He's insane. So
it doesn't matter what he does. Everyone's like, oh, Snoop.
Oh, Snoop. Like does the oh my god.
Martha Stewart.
Yeah, the Martha Stewart was unbelievable.
I think the Weeknd also would have been very good if he done it. Just someone like that.
Big international.
People who are known worldwide.
What about
Justin? Kanye.
All the beats.
Justin.
See, honestly,
the goat.
I would
Barrington.
allow that because he is
the goat. The
your
worldwide goat.
Probably,
words,
yeah.
not mine. But we can
Worldwide
move
goat.
on.
Okay.
Yeah,
Worldwide
no,
goat.
he's all over the YouTubes. Like there's stacks of cuts. He goes to every country and people cry at him like Michael Jackson, bro. The Biebs is worthy of the international World Cup stage, I reckon.
But has he got them
he's
kind
not
of
my boy.
songs? Has he got them kind of songs?
No, he doesn't. I think he doesn't have like maybe
Like, what would he
those-
play?
Stadium songs.
Sorry, like that sorry song, and then is it too late now to say sorry? That
Oh,
joint, and then
yeah.
all those
yeah, true,
Biggies
actually.
ones. What do you mean? Like the ones I hate, like those fucking
Yeah, no,
All
real-
the
that's true,
dancey
actually.
pop ones.
Yeah, those ones would work because soccer typically has like no shade to you soccer cunts, but like the wackest music associated with it. It's never like, yo, the fire, they're playing the fire at the soccer. They don't do that shit, bro. Like it's always hot garbage. What do they correct me?
When, where?
Like
What song?
Notion said, Ricky Martin, like that all these World Cup super
Bad Bunny.
songs and like they're just like
but
it's just not
no
like
one
it's
really makes football music. That's the thing.
Because the
No
crowd is
one
the
really-
music.
well because
the crowd's
what a yeah, I guess, but and also you're right. No one makes football music, but then they try, like Ricky Martin did. Wasn't that like the Ole Ole Ole
Yeah,
song from
that's
like
right.
1997
Cup of
or whatever
Life.
it was? And then
That's lit.
and the motherfucker, it's not lit down. And the fucking relax.
It's
You weren't even
semi-lit.
born, okay? Shut up. And then I can't really. But then, like you said, the global audience, right? So it's got to appeal to so many different cultures. It's got to think about that. Like, people in Colombia and in Ghana and in Romania all have to listen to the same shit. So what hits all of those people? And I guess a lot of Spanish-speaking stuff because that entire continent.
Yeah.
And then you look at Europe, there's a lot of Spanish-speaking countries, or at least countries who can
Yeah.
speak it. So it just translates a little more. I don't know. It's a
Maybe,
tough.
I don't know.
It's a tough one.
But the weird one is, like, apparently the official World Cup song was made by Lil Baby. Apparently,
This year, last year, sorry.
this
Wow.
year, this World Cup. But it was shit. It was a shit song because, like, it was just shit. I don't even know. I listened to it once. It was terrible. But then, like, there was this YouTube streamer. There's this guy called I Show Speed. He's this like 18-year-old streamer. He does a bunch of crazy stuff on Twitch. He's like super funny, but he's like ridiculous. And he made his own World Cup song, and people are saying, "How has this 18-year-old made a better song than Lil Baby?" And like it was way better. It was so much better.
Yeah.
But
Banger, eh?
he should have. I don't know. It wasn't. It doesn't have to be a banger to be better than that World Cup song, but like it was better.
I respect that.
Okay.
It
Well,
was interesting. Yeah, I don't know why Lil Baby made it.
maybe that's the name of the episode. Whack soccer music.
I don't know. If you want to have like a how what do I
Like
say?
people not
Let's just say
hate
like,
watching.
let's just say like this. Let's put in brackets. This post might have misinformation.
Oh, put the
Then it should be fine. Put a little Twitter tag on it.
the little wow. Let me yell at Elon real quick. Wow.
Wow.
Well, the last thing I had on this list anyway was the 16 years ago today, Mr. Jobs, rest in power, released the iPhone for the first time. And look at us today. I worked at the Apple store when he passed, actually. And cunts were like coming through, putting like sticky notes on the windows. Like the whole windows of the store were covered in like sticky notes with like, you know, things on them, written on them.
RIPs.
RIPs. Which is pretty
Interesting,
intense. Fucking shouts to Steve-O, changing the world. Eh?
Mhm.
I was thinking in the
Steve-O,
car. I was like driving here today, and I have the maps and the music going through Apple CarPlay. I got my phone actually running the music through sync to Apple CarPlay and the stuff, and then I'm looking because I don't have to touch it on my watch, Apple Watch. The song comes up, so I can just go where I'm driving real quick without being distracted. Put it here and look at the song, and then it's a fraction of a second looking away from the road, so I don't have to like tap the thing to see what the song is.
You're not touching the dash. You just go a flick of the wrist.
I don't have to touch my phone.
Your
It's
face
quick
doesn't even
flick.
move.
That's my
That's perfect.
I love it so
Cool.
much. I'm like,
Cool.
man,
Lot
it's just
safer
funny
than
because I was
doing
thinking
that.
about today. Yeah, exactly. Because like when
really
sometimes the Apple CarPlay is wild glitchy, and it pisses
Oh,
me off. No, isn't it won't connect?
Yeah.
So then I'm like stuck. So we had to buy. We haven't had to use it yet, but we bought
Right.
like a little phone holder thing that like stick to the windscreen, and then it'll just come out. So at least, because otherwise I got to hold the phone down here. So I'm driving here, then looking down. I'm like, that's dangerous. If I got at least the phone up there, that's good. But I guess anyway, the point being, it's all I was like thinking about that, and I'm like, man, this is really cool tech. Like this is pretty dope tech that I've got this
Clean, eh?
computer on my wrist, another computer there, and then a computer in the car, and they're all like talking, and I'm able to customize the drive so that it's like comfortable and have all the things that I need to be able to navigate and to entertain whilst we're driving all on the same things. It was,
Futures.
I was like,
Wait till the car does everything for you, mate. Wait till your fucking car drives you, cunt.
yeah, fucking. I know Tesla does that right now, but I'm not really banging with the
Not really
EVs
banging
yet.
with the self-drive.
My friend, also, you know him, Dave Dunville. He has a Tesla,
Davo.
and he lives where I live, and he works here in Toronto.
He just fucking
and
belts
he
it
said
while
he
drives.
like
He doesn't even drive.
he just keeps on there. He just works in the car, like laptop on his lap. I think you have to touch the steering wheel every 2 minutes or something.
Wow.
But he puts it on.
That is
auto.
So you
insane.
can't go to sleep.
I don't know. You can't go to sleep, but at least he can just work. He can just do shit, and he travels in the morning and stuff. Like 7 o'clock.
Time
They
saver.
leave like real early, and fucking gets it going. So
Really,
it's
really
like,
cool.
all right. I don't know how I feel
That's
about that
insane.
just yet, but EVs don't go far enough. I think
The fucking technology is only going to get better. So
yeah. But you
Yeah.
know what's interesting? I listened to a pod with this dude who's exposing the corruption in the cobalt mines in Congo.
oh yeah,
Cobalt. You see that?
yeah.
The cobalt is one of the main components that make lithium batteries work. So
Yeah.
a phone requires 10 grams of cobalt, but an electric vehicle requires 10 kilograms of cobalt to make it work. And it's extraordinary. These people are living in complete poverty. Some of them are mining with hand tools and
There's
thongs
children.
on, like
Just to go,
flip-flops.
no protective equipment.
Yep,
no
children,
footwear, nothing.
open air. Like, they're all fucking sick as shit. It's all, like, heavily guarded. Everyone's, like, corrupt and making money off of all these, like, poor people that are forced to work, like I said, including children. It's pretty fucking evil. So it's, it makes, if you look at that in the scope of the electric vehicle concept, like, cool, you're going to be cutting out the exhaust thing, which is obviously a good thing. But then on the flip side, you've got literal corrupt institutions running all these cobalt mines. And the funny thing is, it's like 80% of them are run by China. They're all Chinese owned.
Oh god.
Nobody locally even owns them. So once again, Africa's being raped and pillaged for their minerals and their you know, whatever raw shit that's come from their earth. By Western countries and stuff, and there's no one even trying to, like, I think like one of them's Canadian or something, or one of them's American or some shit, and you know, nobody gets paid. They get like $1 a day or whatever it is. So it's, you know, it's pretty fucked up. So you know, electric vehicles have a different impact on the environment and on people than they have, because they haven't solved a better battery. So if you're just going to make more and more and more, and apparently California are outlawing petrol vehicles by 2030 or 2035, something like that.
The smug clouds
Yeah.
will go up.
So that'll go down. What did you say? It was
The
smog.
smug, like the
Oh,
South
the
Park-
smug. Sorry,
the
this is
South
smog.
Park with the
Yeah,
electric cars.
Yes, exactly. So that,
Hybrid.
because you won't have a choice, you won't be able to buy anything else unless you go somewhere else, not the
Mhm.
state. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. It's just like, you don't realize. I didn't think about it. I was like, yeah, of course it makes sense to go electric. Like, why the fuck not? But once the infrastructure is there, because there's not enough of those like Tesla fast charges that are spaced out enough. Because you go and you get petrol, it takes you a couple minutes and then you're out. Whereas if you're going to go plug in, even for a supercharge, you got to sit there for 20
Takes an
minutes.
hour. Oh, was it 20 minutes?
For the supercharge, which is like, I think up to 70 or 80%, if I'm not mistaken. Because we were seriously looking into it for a while. After the I Got Next video, we really looked into it more because we weren't sure. But in the end, we got a hybrid.
It'll get better.
But the hybrid, you don't choose when you use it. Like, it
All
kicks
the
in
time.
certain times, and it's dead quiet. Like, most of the time, I don't even know. if the
Depends
car's
on your fucking acceleration pressing.
I think it's like that. It's like, you know, on the highway you use
If you slam it, then
electric,
the
or in
actual
city,
engine
then
kicks in. Otherwise, it's all electric.
something like that. Yeah, there's whatever. There's times that it uses it. So to me, I guess I'm part of the problem then when you think about it. But I guess the battery isn't the same in a hybrid than it is in
Tesla,
yeah.
like
I
a full
think.
electric.
You think so, right?
Well, if it's full
I think-
electric, the
yeah, I
batteries
think
and
it
everything's
is.
gonna be way bigger.
It's this, right? But are you saying you think it's the same, Dan, or you think it's different?
I think it's the same. I think it's the same.
Okay, so I'm a piece of dog shit. Okay, gotcha.
Oh,
So I don't know.
Destroyed.
Well, because I didn't think, because if it would be the same, wouldn't that mean that the car would be able to run itself off the battery? But I don't believe it can completely.
Let me see.
it
Let me see.
assists it.
Yeah.
Do hybrids.
I feel like it should be smaller if it's got a
Yes.
combustion engine driving
Yeah.
it mainly.
And also, then
electric
the
is
weight of the
assisting
car.
it, or doing maybe the majority of the first 25% of the takeoff of the engine, and the actual engine kicks in for the rest of it, or
Could be that.
takes over it. That's how I understood it, because like when I've ridden in a Prius before, like it shows you when it actually engages. Well, not a Prius, like it show in the fucking hybrid joints. It
Prius
shows
are
you.
hybrids, aren't they? Yeah, yeah.
Maybe it was a Prius.
Prius are hybrids.
Yeah,
Prius
Okay,
are
so then
hybrids.
when I was in one of those, maybe it was in San Francisco in fucking Citizen's car.
Do you have a Prius?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
shouts
picked
to
us
him.
up in
Shouts
one.
to Fuss.
Yeah. So anyway, so I remember watching the dash, and it shows you when the actual engine kicks in,
Ooh.
as opposed.
Yeah,
and,
my
and
dad's does that.
was
My dad's
only after a
car
certain
shows when the
amount of oomph.
engine is on.
I never even noticed that on mine. It probably does.
Dude, I constantly look at dials and shit.
I'm looking at those constantly too, but there's just a battery thing, and it's just got like an L and H. I don't know what they even mean. Low and high, probably.
I guess so.
And there's like a thing.
Yeah, the
that's
display
it.
on that Prius or whatever I saw was like mad comprehensive. It just showed when it like swapped over.
I have to probably look and
Dual
find out how to
Tings.
do that. But are they? Did you find out, Dan? Are they the same size? Or are they different?
I'm asking my my chatbot right
AI
now.
assistant.
My
Sweet.
AI assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been
It
looking into that.
says-
The Chat GPT, yes.
It's insane. I just
Also
literally
an
asked
app.
it, and I was
Yeah, I've
giving,
seen it.
look at how long the response is.
Fucking hell.
All right.
It says they use a combination of internal combustion engine and an electric motor. They typically use a different type of battery to pure electric vehicles. It's usually similar, but usually smaller. There you go.
That makes sense. Because if you think just a weight
That would make
distribution,
sense.
they have a full engine. Like when you pop the hood, there's
Mhm.
a full fucking engine. It looks, I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
future and like complicated.
It says hybrid batteries are typically designed to be more compact and lightweight,
Okay.
using energy recovered by braking. Okay, that makes sense. Pure electric vehicles rely solely on electric power. Electricity powered vehicle, they use a larger battery to store this electricity. That makes sense because the only way hybrid vehicles get electricity is through braking,
Right.
because they get kinetic energy through braking. Do you know that?
No, I didn't know that. That's probably what the
Honestly?
dealer told
Yeah.
us.
That's
And
crazy.
it recharges the vehicle essentially. That's why you never
From the
need to actually plug it in.
From the
Yeah, from the friction.
friction.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Fucking gangster. Look at that. Well,
Imagine
look at me.
that-
Am I
yeah,
saving the world or
yeah.
ruining the world?
Half.
I guess you're half. It depends. No, it depends how you drive.
We're all
Like a
still pieces
psycho.
of shit, but we're doing our best.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. How's that then?
That's crazy.
I love it. Look, look.
Shout
guys,
out to
we're
kinetic fucking energy. We're
I don't know if we're
teaching you
bad habits
science on
anymore.
bad
This
habits.
is science habits.
Science settings.
Woo-woo habits.
Yeah. Meditation, manifestation.
Maybe the episode has
settings.
to have something to do with the woo-woo in it, because since we
Woo
rocked
woo
that pretty hard.
settings.
Let's do the screenshot because we're basically wrapping this fucking slut on up, man.
Yes.
Get
Alright.
Bazza and we get
Oh yeah.
fucking-
Oh shit. Now I did this. Bear. Okay. Come in. Yeah, fuck. I have to do this again.
Mhm.
Okay, Bear.
Okay.
Come on,
Here we go.
He's been like
Pop him in the
sleeping the whole
middle.
time. Put him in the middle. Come on, Bear.
Hey,
Sit
little
there, buddy.
snippy pippy.
Sit
What
there,
up,
Bear.
boy?
God, boy.
Hey, little sweet.
All right.
Whoops.
Oh,
I
hey,
don't
okay.
even need it. Cheers.
Okay.
That was just clapping for Barrington because.
That was for Barrington.
he's a
He's such a
beautiful
good
man.
boy.
Okay, cowboy. Do it. Ready,
Okay,
guys?
Ready?
At the camera at the top. Beauty. Dan, where can everyone find you online, you big fuck?
I Dan Johnson on Instagram and Twitter, and HTFGXMANG on Instagram and TikTok or Twitch, wherever you want to follow me. 1.5k followers right now, and we're gonna get like 4k by the end of the year, I think, or 3k, something like that. What about you, Notion Dog?
Oh, mate, I'm out here at Notion Baby on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, at Ill Note Studios on Instagram and Facebook, at Notion MTB, at Oris the Tortoise. Give him a shout. That's my baby boy.
Shouts to Iris.
NotionBeats.com. I've got a bunch of new beats coming. I'm going to do a liquidation on the old beats soon, so keep an eye out for that. NotionBeats.com, and get a dog up here, basically. See if
Literally, this dog. You can get me at CWFOR on Instagram and Twitter, CWTMF on Facebook and TikTok. Once again, By Toxic City Volume 2 dropped on December 16th. Gang. And Relentless Deluxe dropped November 18th. So we have 2 albums fresh in there. Go check it out everywhere. It's Bloody Ripper. And you can get Barry the Multi-Poo, Barri. He is a cute little devil. We don't post up there enough. We really have to do it more. But, we're going to do that. This year, you're going to make us some money and pay for all your shit, aren't you, Barry? There you go, boy. Guys, thank you for watching and listening. If you enjoyed the episode, smash the thumbs up, hit subscribe below, hit the notification bell there.
Ding,
So you know when the new drops. Follow us everywhere at The Movement Fam. We drop the pod. We're actually recording this on the Monday, so I'm probably going to drop this by the time I get back to the crib. We'll
a couple
upload
hours, mate.
that hoe. we'll be back next week, you beautiful folks. And I feel like this year, it's, we look like we're going to be manifesting a bunch more in-person stuff, which
It's gonna be sweet.
is going to be dope once Dan is located regionally.
Yes.
We'll all be close.
Genuinely, I predict February I'll be there. That's my prediction. I think end of May is the latest, but my prediction is Feb, before my birthday.
Flipping in it.
Praising the infant Lord for you, Daniel. Looking forward to it.
Thank you.
All y'all, once again, happy 2023.
Yes.
Hopefully, this first part of the pod, just if you haven't already got your goals and aspirations and all that shit together, hopefully what the three of us are doing in our own ways, maybe you can take some from each of us.
Yep.
And get yourself into big things this year.
Get your own plans going. Have a good one, man.
That's what the fuck I'm saying. Staying positive. Let's fucking go. And with that, oh shit, wrong button.
Why not?
Oh look, it plays them both at the same time. Ooh, lovely. Get dogs out, y'all.
Right through you, woofy, woo.
Tell a bear, get a dog. Tell a bear,
Hey, look at this.
get a motherfucking dog. Yeah, gun pull, yeah. You come, a dog come, aren't they bear? Yeah, but not Dan, he's a good cunt.
Hey, he's a nice doggy, and he's on
Catch a cow.